Hey guys, so this is the long-awaited book review and reading wrap-up for, I think, the last 2 months. Let's see. I have Daughter of the Bride by Susan Mallery, and I read that. Wow, this book review is really, really late because I read this in February and finished it in February. I have Shine by Lauren Miracle. I cannot wait to tell you about this book. It is freaking beautiful. I started it in April and finished in May. This was a reread, The Ruby Circle. I started it in March and finished in March. The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. Started it in February and ended in February. You Betrayed Me by Lisa Jackson. Started it in February and ended it in March. Mine Would Be You by Kay Jamila. Started it in March and ended in April. Salem's Lot by Stephen King. Started it, where did I write it down? Started it in April and finished in April. This I just recently finished and it is so good. Like a Sister by Kelly Garrett. Started it in May and finished in May. And then Stephen King Fairy Tale. This is by far one of my top favorite Stephen King books. And it took, like, look at how fat this book is. It took me so long to read this freaking thing. I was sick of it by the end of it. But it is also so good. I started it in March and finished in March. So I'm surprised it didn't take me 2 months. Alright, so let's start out with the February books, which is Daughter of the Bride and hold on. Daughter of the Bride and The Wish. Alright, so the February books. Daughter of the Bride, basically, let's see. Basically, it may be self-explanatory, but these 3 girls, 3 sisters, are getting ready for their mom's wedding, and you just go on the journey of them getting ready for the wedding and through all the preparation and stuff. And yeah, this, as you can see, it's been a while since I read it, so it was kind of bleh, like bland, so I am donating this. The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. So it was really good, but I can't really summarize it because I read it so long ago, so I'm just going to read the back of it. In 1996, everything changed for Maggie Dawes. Sent away at 16 to live with an aunt she barely knew in Ocracoke, a remote village of North Carolina's Outer Banks, she could think only of the friends and family she left behind, until she met Bryce Trickett, one of the few teenagers on the island, handsome, genuine, and newly admitted to West Point. Bryce showed her how much there was to love about the windswept beach town and introduced her to photography, a passion that would define the rest of her life. Ah! Okay, now I remember. The main character is basically sent away to live with her aunt because she's a teenager and she's pregnant, and her parents are very, very super duper uber crazy religious. So her mom and dad want nothing to do with her, so they ship her off to her aunt's, and there she starts a new life. She is bitter at first, but then she comes around to it, and yeah, that's basically what this book is about. Next, we are doing the March books, which is The Ruby Circle, and You Betrayed Me, and Fairy Tale, let's see, and Mine Would Be You. Yeah, so March was a very good reading month for me. Mine Would Be You by K. Jamila. Again, I read this so long ago, but I remember it being a really, really good book. One that I would keep, so I'll just summarize the back until I remember. Valentina Scott is a cynic for love. After her first and only relationship left her burned and broken, she is hesitant to open herself up to the idea of love again. Even throwing herself into work at Pose, a major fashion magazine, drunken nights with her friends in the city, and long therapy sessions haven't quite changed her mind. Nina still tries to keep the walls around her heart sealed up tight. A wedding invitation sends her straight into the past and to the bars. The blurry night ends with sea blue eyes, blonde hair, and a bright smile. Jackson Ross holds the sun in his hands. He's okay. So basically, it's a one-night stand, but then the characters are FMC, which is Valentina Scott, and our MMC, which is Jackson Ross. They can't forget about each other, so they end up like getting in contact with each other again and really getting to know one another, and then their relationship just blossoms from there. 5 out of 5. I'll actually be selling this on my Pango, so yeah. Next we have Fairy Tale by Stephen King. This book was so good. It was so good and just amazing, and yeah. Basically, it's about this boy who takes care of this old man, and and the old man dies, and the boy goes into his work shed, and he finds this alternate universe basically under the shed, and he tries to like keep it a secret from reality. And yeah, it's really, really, really good. he manages all that and still trying to take care of his old neighbor's dog. So 10 out of 10, highly recommend. This is not scary at all. It's more of a fantasy, hence the name fairy tale, but it's really not scary at all. It was really good. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Next, You Betray Me by Lisa Jackson. Again, I read this in March. Don't remember much, but I will read the back till I remember. The Cahills of San Francisco are famous for two things: their vast wealth and the scandals that surround them. Murder, greed, deadly ambition. Some people will do anything to get and keep the Cahills' kind of money. Not that James Cahill wants any of it. He tried to make his own way, less interested in a future inheritance than in his construction company, and in enjoying the many women taken in by the easy charm of a handsome, soon-to-be rich bad boy. Perhaps there's been too many women. Waking up in a small hospital in Washington State. Oh, okay. Yeah. Basically, this is about a guy, and he cheated, and now the girl is out for vengeance. And this will be sold on my Pango. The Ruby Circle. This was a reread, and it is part of the Golden Lily trilogy, which is the sequel series to Vampire Academy. And this is amazing. Now onto the April books. We have Like a Sister, Shine, and Salem's Lot. Salem's Lot is basically about this haunted town, and and they have to just actually, I'll just read the back because it's really hard to explain. Ben Mears has returned to Jerusalem's Lot in hopes that exploring the history of the Maston's house, an old mansion long the subject of rumor and speculation, will help him cast out his personal devils and provide inspiration for his new book. But when two young boys venture into the woods and only one returns alive, Mears begins to realize that something sinister is at work. Okay, basically, it's about this town and woods in this town called Salem's Lot, and basically everyone thinks the woods are haunted now because one of the boys did not come out of the woods alive. So yes, it's horror, but there's also mystery in it. That was good, but this will be sold on my Pango. Shine. Oh my god, this book is amazing. This author is amazing. It's basically about when Patrick is found near death, strung to the pump of a local gas station, 16-year-old Kat emerges from her self-imposed exile to avenge the horrors inflicted on her former best friend. The local okay. Basically, it's about these two best friends, Patrick, our MMC Patrick, and our FMC Kat. Patrick got beat up by someone, not gonna do spoilers, by someone who is against gay people. And so he's literally wrapped up to a gas pump and literally poured gas down his throat. And so Kat is trying to figure out who did this. And in the end, you will not believe who did this. But let's just say the person who she suspected may just be the one, and he's just trying to ignore a big fact about himself that he doesn't like. So that's all I'm saying. This is really, really good. 10 out of 10. Highly, highly recommend. Like a Sister. This is so good. Oh my god. I just finished this like I think like a few days ago or last weekend, whatever. But this is so good. Basically, it's about these two half sisters. One of them is uber famous, uber rich, but she ended up getting murdered. So the other sister basically has to pick up the mystery about who killed her, and like she meets a lot of interesting people along the way. It's so good. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Alright, that is it for my book review. As you can see, we've had books from February, March, April, and some from May already. So this was a very, very good reading. 2026 has been a very, very good reading year so far. So stay tuned for my next one, and I will see you then. Bye.